look at your sister or your daughter be with this person. So I just, me personally, I never put my people that I love in situations like that, because I mean, at the end of the day, you know if you're gonna stay with this person or not. You might be mad at that moment and talking all that shit, but I'm just the type of person that I just don't put my family in my situations when I know that I'm gonna continue to be with the person, you know, regardless of what they did, what they called me, how they said it, and all that shit. But for the people that do, I think this is the reason why a lot of people don't reach out and try to do nothing about it, because they be like, oh, that done happened 4-5 times. They do that. You know, I hear people be like, oh, that's their relationship. They do that. And I be like, well, do y'all know that this is not normal? Like, you don't supposed to do this. You know, like, I understand a relationship have up and downs. You gonna argue, but when it's getting to the point where y'all trying to tear each other the fuck up, like, that's not cool. You don't supposed to do that. And if both of you guys got to go to anger management and seek anger management and seek counseling and drop to y'all knees and pray, that's what you have to do. I feel like anybody in a relationship, I don't care if it's heterosexual, homosexual, get out of relationship if you feel like you got to constantly put your hands on a motherfucker, because you did not bring their ass in the world. And I just feel like it's not right for you to put your hands on somebody, because I can say, in that instant of me getting mad one night, I could have killed my wife. All over a phone call, but me getting mad, her not reacting the way I wanted her to react. I put the car, you know, in drive and bam, ran into a tree. Now, if she would have been in between the tree and the car, I could have been doing a life sentence, because we get into an argument, you know what I'm saying? And usually that's what happens, you know what I'm saying? In that instant of you being angry, you need to take the time to walk away and call on God. That's the only thing that I feel like should be done. But a lot of people just don't understand how to control their anger. So what do you feel about it,
You
Isis?
said a lot of what I was going to say. In relationships, a lot of people don't really do the dynamics of a relationship, and I feel like God should be the head of all households. Mm-hmm. And families don't go to church together, they don't pray together, you know what I mean? And that's where that's to me, that's the foundation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's not all about the sex, it's not about how cute y'all are on Facebook and mm-hmm. Instagram, and that's where the problem lies. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, and then a lot of people put relationships on social media, and so somebody's gonna find this one person in the picture cute, mm-hmm. and you're not gonna know that your spouse is really this crazy person who is overprotective, and they see that you getting all this attention, so now they're jealous, mm-hmm. and now they become controlling, and mm-hmm. and a lot of stuff starts not only physically but it's mental, and they mm-hmm. like to tear a person down and make them feel like they can't be with nobody else, or mm-hmm. ain't nobody else gonna love you like I'm gonna love you, or mm-hmm. look at you and think you're beautiful like me. And that belittles a person. And because I know I was in a very mentally unstable relationship, and I felt as if I wasn't beautiful anymore, mm-hmm. and I felt like this was the only person that was going to find me attractive, mm-hmm. so I might as well just stay and stick out this mm-hmm. abusive ass shit until mm-hmm. I got some sense about myself. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people aren't strong enough to get out of those situations, and like you said, you never know somebody that you love is that crazy about you to the point mm-hmm. where they want to kill you because they don't want nobody else to mm-hmm. have you. And if you feel, I'm with you, not putting everybody in your business, mm-hmm. but like if you at a point where you know, like everybody has intuitions and feelings, act on those. Don't ignore it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? God. Because it's usually God mm-hmm. telling you to get out of it. But nobody, you never know. You will never know. It could be a very sane person that never reacts mm-hmm. with you, and they inhale so much in,
and they snap,
and they just fucking lose their mind, because a lot of people don't recognize their mental state either. Mm-hmm. Nobody want to ever say, "Oh, I'm bipolar."
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm a little schizo. Mm-hmm. You know, and they don't want to believe that something's wrong with them. And again, it could be an illness that they could have treated and never treated. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, because I've heard people be like, "Oh, they ain't crazy, girl. They just acting crazy to get a check." But I be feeling like, no, it's crazy people out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever say that mental illness don't exist, because it does. Because I have stared it directly in the eyes, and a lot of people, like you said, don't pray about certain situations, and I just feel like a lot of it have a lot to do with spirits as well. People don't believe in demonic spirits, but I'm one of those people that I do, and that's why I pray a lot, and I'm very spiritual. Note that I did say spiritual and not religious. And so it's just hard. I mean, how do you feel about it, Ray?
Well, me personally, oh man, when it comes to domestic violence, for one, it's wrong altogether. There's no right away from it. And me, see, what you said with your relationship, you was the one going off. See, me, I was the pushover. I was the one like, it's okay, we gonna fix this. It's okay, do this and that. But with domestic violence, it really affects you in so many ways. It can, like I said, it can break you down. It can make you feel less of yourself, feel less of a person. For somebody, like you said, that you loved and that you cared for and did so much for, to literally get mad to that point to physically hurt you, it's almost indescribable, and it's sad that, and it's a lot of relationships out here like that. Some are more open out there, some behind closed doors. But either way, you gotta leave. It's only gonna come to a point you get tired of everything. You could say you sticking with that person, but you're gonna get tired. Everybody gets tired. Some just don't talk about it. And it's like, how can I put it? It's more, you just gotta, it's like you gotta mitigate yourself to want to leave. You could say, a lot of people say they're gonna leave and they don't leave, but you need to, because like I said, you just saw a woman just got killed here in Mobile, by their man. For what reason, don't know, but domestic violence was involved. So you shouldn't have to get to that point. Because
it's crazy, Mario, like before, because like I dealt with women, but I never was like all the way over on the rainbow side. Excuse me. So then when I got all the way over on the rainbow side, I was blown, because I was like, so it's studs out here really whipping a woman ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, real deal, beating the fuck out of them. Got their girlfriend scared to come out and all that. And, like, I was getting angry, because I was like, man, I'll be tussling with a bitch, because both of us bitches. You know what I'm saying? But it really be studs out here that be whooping their girlfriend ass. And I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that everybody, go to women because they feel like it's better, but most women feel like it's better than being with a man, so they do run to women. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every lesbian have their own story of why they over on the other side of the rainbow, but the ones that do feel like, oh, okay, it's gonna be better than being in a relationship with a man, and then they go to a woman that's whooping their ass. Like, I didn't understand it. Like, that shit had me furious. Like, I wish I would take the same shit, which you do, that I took when I was with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you're gonna give me an experience, at least give me a different experience. Don't send me through the same shit that I went through over there on the other side of the rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it supposed to be happy on this side. That's what the fuck gay mean. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, it scared me, and I used to be looking like, damn, she's scared to come out the house because this person is really whooping their ass. Like, I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, man, this is so messed up, and not just physical abuse. Just to hear somebody calling they old lady a bitch or a hoe. Now, I can't say when I get mad, my favorite cuss word is motherfucker. I done call my wife all types of motherfuckers, but she ain't never, ever, even when she was mad, she done probably called me a thought bucket, and that was only on Jerry. She has never, ever called me a bitch or a hoe or nothing out of what I really am. And, I praise her for that, because I was so used to being called a bitch or being called a hoe or freak or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, why this motherfucker don't get mad? So I'd be like, she's so fucking nice. But it needs to stop, because it's sad. And it has, domestic violence has broke so many hearts. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to watch the news or go through my timeline. A lot of people be thinking I be being funny because I don't be liking they shit or hearting they shit. I don't even go through my timeline, because this shit is just depressing. I just want to be happy. I just want to have fun, because like you say, you don't never know when it's your last day. Yeah. And I'm going to always be that person that's going to live like it's my last day. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of person I am because I don't feel like I'm supernatural and I'm just going to live forever and I'm a fucking vampire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at things that way. So that's why I'm always trying to do stuff I love, make people happy, realize you beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be in a situation at home where you think you ugly. And we think you a model, but a motherfucker done fucked up your head to where you think you just this ugly person. You know, I know sometimes when people be acting out and when something just ain't right or when they just real deal a bad person. You know what I'm saying? I be like, oh, Miss Stein, she just acting out because she ain't got nobody to love her for real. She ain't got nobody to call her a queen like Mr. Book Tussin over here or she don't think she a queen. So that's why she doing what she doing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just a touchy feeling. What a lot of people saying out there about domestic violence?
A lot of people just saying that a lot of people stay in relationships because they don't want other people to know. They ignore the small warning signs in the beginning because they feel like they're tired of being alone, so they just going to accept that person for who they are and just look over the small little imperfections of showing being possessive.
Yeah, because a lot of people have codependency issues. So, yes, they don't want to be alone. They ain't never been alone. I'm one of them type of people. I can't necessarily ever tell y'all I ever been single. I've always been in a relationship. I get out of one relationship and a couple of months later be right back in another. So, it's a lot of people that they're afraid of being lonely, and that's when it comes in aspect of you need to talk to somebody. You have issues like, I know I'm supposed to be with this person, but some keep making me go back. So you need to reach out to somebody and talk to them because it's not just, physical abuse. It's emotional, spiritual. All that type of abuse that I feel like go neck and neck. Somebody could verbally abuse you all day and you feel like this blows to your face because they bringing up personal stuff that you done told them. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when they hit you with that stuff and you start really thinking that way. Yep. And so guess what? It's just like you got a black eye because you ain't going to walk out the house. It's going to be like you trying to hide something because you're not going to walk out the house because this person that fucked you up in your head. So it's just like you got black eyes and you trying to hide it from everybody. So, we just want to touch bases on that, you guys.
No audio. But I hear it.
I can hear it too.
So.
It might be their phone.
Mm-hmm. Do domestic violence come more from men or women?
I think it's...
Well, we see it more with men, but I think it's both. Yeah. I could tell you guys about an incident. My nose ass. I'm in a truck. And I hear some screaming and howling. So I'm like, damn, the new neighbors, they already outside fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm being nosy. But what I realized was the baby mama had came to the residence of the baby daddy and the girlfriend. And so I see her saying, you always done been a fuck nigga. And she slap him, bye. And I'm like, waiting on him to hit her back. But he ain't hit her back. She was like, you always been a weak nigga. All these motherfuckers outside finna see you a weak nigga. I stay whooping your motherfucking ass. Bye. She slap him again. So I'm like, damn. Man, it just was scary to me because I'm waiting on him to do something, but he didn't do nothing. He was like, how you gonna come to somebody else's house putting your hands on them? So she done ripped the shirt. She really embarrassing him in front of everybody that's looking because it wasn't just me. It was other people outside looking too. But I was like, this is why. You know what I'm saying? This is why. I understand you mad and you got a baby bomb, but if it get to the point where you got to go to this man's house and whoop his ass or slap him for him to buy your baby something, guess what? You don't need to be doing it. Because I was like, I ain't never been that motherfucking brave to go to somebody else's house and do some shit like that because I know that's grounds for anything to happen because you done got on their property. So I'm like, in that instant of her being angry, Not let alone she didn't come by herself. She had her friend with her. They could have both got hurt. Yep. Because he could have, took it into his own hands instead of thinking about, I need to call the police. Because I feel like a lot of men ain't going to call the police. Because they feel like if they call the police saying that a woman hitting on them, it's going to consider them weak. So I just feel like we don't know about a lot of the abuse that happens to men. But I know that it happens. Hell, I used to have homegirls that used to beat the fuck out of their own men.
I salute the brother for not hitting the sister back.
Yeah, because that's what I said. He was a
That
good
take a lot,
dude. Because I called my wife. I was like, man, he a good dude. Like, I just really wanted to go over there and be like, man, I'm proud of you. Because if it would have been anybody else, she would have been dragged across this yard. Because she wasn't that big. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's just more men are being spotlighted because that's the bigger issue. That's what a lot of people see. But you know, you got to understand, it's women doing time because they didn't kill their husband or